Is this the first one that we've done, right?
Yeah, this is the very first one we've done.
Okay, because I definitely didn't know this was a thing.
Yeah, this is the
And-
first for me, so I've only done it once or twice. So
Okay, because I missed 4 of them with all of my classes, and I didn't know that we had to do this. So.
oh, okay. You should see my mind tap right now.
Yeah, I see it.
Okay, perfect. Well, we're going to go ahead then. I guess we're about time because we only have a 30-minute meeting and we'll run out of time. And so, and they'll probably join as we work along. So we'll do it. But let me get into part 1.
Okay.
Chapter 7. And
Are we doing all of chapter 7? Like all the working papers?
No,
working together?
I thought we just do the one.
Okay.
And maybe 7-1 working together and maybe 7-2.
Okay.
This is the end of a physical period in accounting. So at the end of your accounting cycle. So like usually it's 1 month.
Yeah.
And so this is lesson 7-1, preparing an income statement. It's actually a financial statement. And these are the formal report that they would use. So,
okay.
Hello, Hans. So you got here. So hopefully you can hear me. I can see his top of his head. But I'm going to go working together 7-1. This is a formal report that you would actually create for the stakeholders like the owner, any investors, and maybe possibly a bank or something if you're trying to get some information or loan from them. So the very first part is, this is the hair care salon has completed its worksheet and is now ready to prepare an income statement. The first step in preparing an income statement is the headings. It says fill in the blanks for each of the rows of the income statement heading for the hair care salon for May 31st of the current year, using the current year as a 20 hyphen. So in this one, I put the name of the company always goes first.
Okay, so I can't actually see your mind tap. I can only see your canvas.
Oh.
Yeah.
I wonder why you can see that. Let me stop sharing and bring it back up.
Okay.
Mind tap. Does that bring it up? Do you see mind tap now, Destiny?
Yeah, I see it now.
Okay, perfect.
Thank you. I was like,
I shared the wrong screen. So I'm doing this from home. This is the first, so we'll see how well it works. See if you guys like it or don't like it, and then we'll record more. We just barely got Google Meet to work and record. So,
hey. All right, and Morgan is going to log out and then try on a different computer to see if she can get her mic to work.
Okay, that'll work.
Okay.
We'll continue on.
Yeah, we can hear you, Hannes.
All right, I'm just getting logged in. I need a couple of seconds.
Okay, we're just in 7-1 working together, Hans.
All right.
And we're doing the title lines. And month ended May 31, 20 hyphen. And so those are the 3 lines you would actually put on an income statement. And this is a formal report. So this is what you would actually show. This is the actual lines you want.
So it's basically like what we did before.
Pretty close.
It's just an income statement.
Right. And you're going to make it look nice and neat. because you're going to share it with stakeholders like the owner or investors or possibly banks or anything.
Okay.
Loans from.
So also, Morgan wants to know what the meeting code is, or the ID.
That's a good question. Oh, that's up here at the top of my screen, 383-521-310.
Okay, so it's three hyphen.
383-521-310.
Okay, thank you.
Hey, Mr. Shank. I didn't
Yeah.
get the first part down because my computer's being very slow right now.
Yeah, that's okay. This part here at the titles of the report.
Yeah, and it's still, I'm in Mind Tap. I'm almost in the lesson. I just don't know what's wrong. It's probably because I have this open, the video, and
Oh,
my computer doesn't like it.
I'm recording this so you can actually watch it later
Okay.
if you need to. Okay. I'm on step 2 now. So here's a list of the accounts shown here, taken from the hair care salon worksheet. For each account that appears on the income statement, indicate the section which it should appear. For each account that does not appear on the income statement, select neither. Okay, so these are all the accounts they have. So cash is not on the income statement. Neither is petty cash. I'm putting the,
And how do you know what's on the income statement?
anything below the income summary account is on the income statement, like sales
okay.
on all the expenses. And so if I do that, I know supplies is not, prepaid insurance is not, accounts payable for Smith Supplies is not, capital is not on it, and neither is the drawing nor their income summary. But sales is, it's a revenue. And then the other accounts listed below, advertising expense is an expense, cash short and over is an expense, insurance expense is an expense, miscellaneous is an expense, and supplies expense is an expense. And this one, oh, utilities is an expense.
Okay, so basically everything underneath an income summary is an expense, but the income summary is a revenue.
No, sales is the revenue, income summary,
Oh, sales is, okay.
is neither. Good question. So we know that sales and all of the expenses will be on the income statement. All the other accounts we ignore for the income statement. So if I grade that, it should be correct. Am I good to go to the next step?
Yeah.
Okay. This is the worksheet here. What are we supposed to do with it? Oh, we're supposed to prepare, using the worksheet of hair care, prepare the body of the income statement. See, there's our titles we did in step 1. So I'm just going to go up and pull the information to 5,800 from the worksheet. I wonder if I can move that over. That's not going to work. I'm just going to have to scroll back and forth. So 5,800 in the outside column of the worksheet. This is not a debit or credit column. They're just columns. Okay. And then we're going to list each one of the expenses. So advertising expense is $750. Hello, Elsa. Hope you can hear us. So $750 for advertising expense, $3 for cash over and short, and $610 for insurance expense. Miscellaneous expense is $167. And supplies expense, let's see if I can see that, is 540. And utilities expense is 300. So 300. I'm just going to add, if I add up all the expenses, that goes here in the total expense box. And that's actually already done on the worksheet right here.
That's what I was gonna ask you, because it says it up here when it like already adds it up before it does like the net income. Would we use the 2370?
Yep, the 2370, correct. So I put the 2370, and that one should be all correct now. Okay, so I'm ready to go on to the third step, the fourth step, I guess. And there's my income summary. Basically, you take the 5,800 minus the 2370, and so 5,800. I'm using my calculator here. And I got 3430,
That's what I got too.
and that's net income for the title. Okay. So that is nothing really new. It looks a little neater and easier to read than from the worksheet, because it's more of a formal financial statement. And then the last step, 5, is calculating the components. This says percent of sales on the income statement. Well, sales, the percent of sales is 100%. So we know that sales is going to be 100%. Now to calculate the total expense here, you take the 2370 and divide it by the 5,800. And this will actually be 41%. Do you see that?
Yeah.
Okay. And then the percent of net income, I do the same thing, 3,430 divided by 5,800, and I get 59%. So for the haircut supply company, I know that for every dollar sold, I'm going to take a net income of 59 cents. So I know how profitable I am. So I have a 59.
And so that's what you know of your net income?
Yeah.
Or what percentage of it? Okay.
Yeah, the 59% is how much you're going to keep. So every dollar we do in business, I'm going to keep 59 cents for myself. And 41 cents is what it's going to cost in expenses. And that's how it'll range out. So if I grade this final one, it should all, oh, got them wrong. Why did I get them wrong? Oh, I bet you're.
Were you supposed to do it the opposite way?
Oh, hopefully you guys didn't say correct. No, I forgot. I'm supposed to carry it to 1 decimal place.
So it should be 4, or so it should just be 4% then?
No, I'll tell you, let me do it really fast. 2370 divided by 5,800. Oh, it should be 40.8.
So they want it like precise.
Yeah, so they actually have it as 40.9.
So if we put 8, do you think it would be wrong?
Yeah, because it rounded up, because I got 4086, so I round up to 9. And the next one should have been 59.1.
How did you get that?
You take the net income of 3430 and divide it by the sales of 5,800, and that should give you 59.1%. But I had a calculator as rounding for me automatically.
Oh.
Oh.
So I knew that was wrong, but hopefully you didn't get that marked wrong. So,
Waited for you to submit it first.
yeah, So yeah, it should be 40.9%. So 59.1 is what I take home for income.
That's pretty precise.
Yeah, they want it rounded to the nearest one decimal. So, okay. Do you want to jump to 7.2, working together?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do that. Let me get into, whoop. Let's see, 7.2, end of the lesson, working papers. Okay, this is the other financial statement. Is a balance sheet, I believe. It's also a formal report. This is what you would actually show your stakeholders and the owners. The worksheet will not ever leave the outside of the business. And so those you try to keep confidential, but the income statement and the balance sheet is the one to do it. So this is All Pro Painters had completed its worksheet and income statement, is now ready to prepare the balance sheet. The first step in preparing a balance sheet is the heading. Fill in the blanks below for each of the rows of the balance sheet heading. This is All Pro Painters, so it's All Pro, which is the name of the company. All Pro Painters, and we're doing a financial statement called the balance sheet. And it's just going to be dated April 30th. It's only on this day. This is what we had for this day only. And so that's my titles there. So hopefully that makes sense.
So you don't put like the 4-month ended, you just put the date?
No, because the income statement's for the month of, that's why you go for month ended. And this one's just on one day. That's why you just go on this day, this is what we had, because tomorrow it's going to change. Okay. If I go to the next step, so the items that are on the balance sheet here, this is listed accounts below, are taken from the All Pro Painters worksheet. For each account that appears on the balance sheet, indicate the section in which it should appear. For any accounts that does not appear on the balance sheet, select neither. So cash is an asset on the balance sheet. So is petty cash is an asset. And this is the opposite rule. So anything above income summary is on the balance sheet. So accounts receivable is for G. Mackerman is an asset, and accounts receivable for R. Wu is an asset. Supplies are an asset. Prepaid insurance is an asset. The accounts payable is a liability, and accounts payable for alert paints is a liability. Capital is an owner's equity, and drawing is an owner's equity. So now I'm to income summary. And so this is not on the balance sheet. And so anything below income summary is not on the balance sheet. So I'm going to mark neither for income summary. Sales is a neither. Advertising expense is a neither. Cash short and over is a neither. Insurance expense is a neither. Miscellaneous expense is a neither. And supplies expenses a neither. And same with utilities expense. Okay. So what appears on the balance sheet does not appear on the income statement. What appears on the income statement does not appear on the balance sheet.
So they're just the opposite then?
Right. Correct.
Okay.
The opposite. Very good. Okay. So, yeah, that's right. That should have been neither for drawing.
Okay.
Okay. So drawing doesn't appear on any financial statement. Okay, so now here's my worksheet for All Pro Painters. Below, I'm going to prepare what am I doing below? Oh, this is going to calculate my income, my capital. So I'm going to take my old capital here, which is 3,500. So 3,500 my net income on the worksheet is 3730.
And I'm hoping. Well, I think the good thing on this
3730, and my drawing on the worksheet is 1,200. So if I add this up, I'm going to take, let me add this up. I'm going to take the 3730 minus 1,200. That's 2,530. And so my new capital,
Would you add them or would you subtract them?
I took the 3730 minus 1,200 and got 2,530, and then I would add.
And then you would add the other two together.
Right. So I take the 3,500 plus the 2,530, and I got 6,030. That's my new balance on. And so this number here, the 6,030, is actually going to go on my balance sheet.
Oh, okay.
So it should be right. Let's see if I did it right. Yes, I didn't make a mistake that time. Okay. So let me go to the next step, which is a balance sheet. Okay. So here's my balance sheet, and they're listed here. That's my assets together, then my liability, and then owner's equity. And we know this capital is going to be 60/30 from the previous step. Okay. The other ones I'm going to pull from the worksheet. So cash is 4,750. Petty cash is 75. Accounts receivable for G. Mackerman is 825.
So you just transfer everything that's on the sheet to here?
Yep. I'm taking from the worksheet, taking the numbers and transferring them down. So accounts receivable for RWU was 715. Supplies, I can't remember what it was. 110. And prepaid insurance is where is that at? 320. Yes, 320. Okay, there's my assets. And then my accounts payable looks like 275 and 490. 275 and 490. Okay. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Pretty straightforward. And it should be all marked right. Yes. Somebody should make me a teacher. Okay. Let me go to the last step. I wish we were in the classroom. This is harder this way. Okay, there's everything we did before. And basically, we're just going to total up the numbers. Like we did, we just add them up. This is 4,750 plus 75 plus 825 plus 715 plus 110 plus 320. And I got 6,795. Is that what you guys got?
That's what I got.
Good. Okay. And the other side should match now. 275 plus 490 plus the 6,030. And I got the same number.
Mm-hmm.
Which means we did it right. So, and that is actually the whole problem there. and that's it. So,
Mr. Shank,
yes.
what are we still doing professional development points?
No, I got rid of them because of what happened with doing a soft closure on the school. And
Okay.
Also, will we still be doing the state test at the end of the trimester?
That's a good question. I got an email from Precision Exams, or from the state, and also from the CT director for our school district. Right now, the state exam for accounting has actually been put on hold unless we get back after in May, and then we can choose whether we want to do it or not do it. So we'll have to evaluate and see where we're at and what we do and stuff like this.
Okay.
And what we understand. So right now, probably not. Unless things go really well, then maybe yes. Sound like a politician there, didn't I?
That's considering how many kids actually want to work.
Right. I'm seeing a few people. The thing that concerns me more than anything else, I see a few people getting work done and getting it in on time and doing the work and stuff, which is good. But not everybody has the devices and technology to connect and do this kind of stuff.
And I bet some kids do, but they just don't want to do the work.
Yeah, but I don't know how I don't know how I know that or don't know that. So
True.
So that's kind of an issue we're trying to work out. I don't feel really good at dinging somebody's grade if they're having computer and internet service issues, but I don't know what we do at this point. We're kind of put over a barrel. So, but I'm going to be extremely lenient and liberal on grades and stuff like that.
Okay.
So I'm going to try to help you guys out to your best. So don't worry about it and get too wrapped up into it, because there's a few things that just scares me and worries me about it besides not being there. And so I just miss
What
being
really
in front of you
worries
guys.
me is I've heard them talking, like, not people. My parents told me that they might not even count this whole school year.
No, you'll get credit for the school year, and seniors will still be able to graduate. They might get to, I've heard talk of, they might get to the point, say, okay, this is what the grades are at this point. And so you just earn that grade and get that credit for that, considering the circumstances. Is what we've been told. And so now where that point is, I don't know if that point is on Friday before we left school, or is that point when after this week when we go into spring break. I'm just not sure of what's going on, but that's kind of the talk I've heard from administrators and different people going about and stuff.
Oh boy.
So this is something we've never experienced or seen happen in my whole teaching career ever. So, I mean, I'm doing things that I've never done before with technology and stuff, and this live visit and stuff like that. So anyway, hang in there. And hopefully it works. Everything works out for the best for everybody. So.
Yeah.
But anyway, if there's not any other questions, I'll stop our meeting and we'll end here.
Okay.
Okay. Good luck. Be safe. Enjoy your moments. You might have stories to tell your grandkids. So hopefully they're positive. Okay. See you guys.
Yeah.
Thanks.